Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it. Hello, good morning, happy Monday.
Good morning, Steph. Happy Monday.
How are you?
I'm good. I was telling you before I came on, I'm on a little bit of a time crunch this morning, and I was like, it's all good. Well, I was like, I can't. You said life comes first, but I was like, it's Stephanie. It's Stephanie. It's Stephanie in the morning, Cape Cod award winner. I can't stop say
Flattery
no.
will get you everywhere, first off. Secondly, I will make sure that you get to that. Beth, I promise you will get the dog to the vet on time.
So, but anyway,
Ish.
I know, right? Actually, and I'm stealing a Seinfeld quote here. I got a reminder on my vet thing that says, "Don't forget to bring the poop to the vet and
Sample.
a sample." Yeah, and I was like, yep. And it was like, if you do it within 3 hours, you're good. 6 hours has to be refrigerated. And I have to know, like, there's got to be somebody that like went in their fridge and was like, oh, what's this? And like opened it up. I don't think that they probably like ate it, or if they did, they probably were like, but like who like
forgotten sample in the fridge.
I know who like has forgotten their sample in the fridge.
What's happened.
Yeah, exactly. Like there has to be. And then, as I said, I'm stealing a little bit of a Seinfeld bit here. Like we're picking up their poop, and there's aliens that are looking down, going, "Who's in charge of who down there?"
Absolutely. My husband loves to watch TV overnight.
Okay.
And he always leaves on, for whatever reason, animal-related shows. And there is always at one point in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning where I wake up to same situations going on. Whether it's at the vet, whether they're out in the wild, whether they're in a zoo, it's always happening. And it's always the poop time, and I hate it.
It's always the poop time. It's always that poop time.
Happy Monday morning, everybody.
Yes,
first thing to talk about.
That's the first thing we're talking about. But yeah, no, I was like, no, I have Mashpee TV. You told me, and I was like, okay, 7:15. Like, we'll get it done.
We are. Good morning, Chris Ball, who is from Mashpee TV, and he is at home right now recovering. And we wish you so much. I just can't wait to see your face. I actually do miss your ball busting ways. Very much missing you right now. But yeah, we're here at Mashpee TV, and we're just so thankful for this space. If you're looking for Mashpee TV, it's channel 1072 in HD. And if it's not there for you, then you need a new box. Call 1-800-COMCAST and they will take care of it for you. So Slader Merriman, KKL student, just a teacher extraordinaire, author. He has authored this book, Different. It Is Okay. You just had a book signing fairly recently.
I did.
And now you're doing a book reading at the Bourne Library in July.
Yes, that is correct. Yep. No, I was like, okay, it's summertime. I have to kind of promote this a little bit more. Not that I haven't been, because I've been on your show, but I was like, Stefan, I gotta get to school. They kind of get mad if you if you don't show up for your student. And actually, I ended up being like kind of on time with my student, and yeah. So, but yeah, I was like, reached out to the Barnes & Nobles at Wareham Crossing. That's where I was yesterday. I did a book reading and a book signing. I was there for a little over 2 hours, sold some books, read to some kids. And it's been very bizarre. This is yesterday was my second reading. The Bourne Library in July will be my second reading there. And when I'm reading it, I know what I'm reading. I know I work with kids, yet there's like that nervousness. So my hands are shaking and the book shaking, and I don't think you ever get used to being in public, and especially when it's like a new foreign setting, right? So, but like, I mean, again, I sold 4 books yesterday at the Barnes & Nobles.
Awesome.
So that was super awesome, and made some money, and that's always the goal. And my publisher right now is actually trying to get me to play the video. It's about 30 seconds long. Get it played in New York City at Times Square. So
I'm into it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Slader in Times Square. I say yes to that. My brother lives and works nearby.
So
in that area. And I would love to see you. Are you kidding me? I'll be like, Ethan, go take a video of the video.
Yeah, exactly. So no,
Let's do it.
It's a video of the book. It's a video of the book trailer.
How fun is that?
That's super. Yeah. So my publisher was like, it's going to cost X amount of money. And I was like, I don't know.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
But
it's always that budget, right? I have this conversation with other business owners, entrepreneurs about like, where do you spend your advertising dollars and like, how are you going to make the greatest impact?
Exactly. So you're going to make the greatest
you're
impact.
You're going to have to sell a lot of freaking books. That's
Exactly.
what you're going to have to do.
Exactly. You make the greatest impact by being on Stephanie in the morning. That's where you make the greatest impact.
We really have such a wonderful community. I was out and about yesterday once again in the Mashpee Farmers Market. And it was really awesome to see so many teachers and people in the education field out looking lighter than they've ever looked in their life because school's over. They're not a slave to that schedule anymore. And lots of educators in the field yesterday. Lots of cicadas of the field yesterday.
Yes. The cicadas love me.
I felt very bad for the people that were visiting the Cape or people that are from other parts of the Cape that are not being currently overrun by cicadas. So they do not understand. No. And it was a day of swatting, screaming, and running all over the field. The dogs were loving it. They were just munching and crunching all day yesterday.
Munching and crunching. Yes, my two dogs enjoy cicadas as well. And actually the one that enjoys food and actually is the one that's going to the vet this morning, Maggie, she howls in the morning. I don't know how our 13-year-old doesn't wake up, or if he does, maybe he wakes up and he goes, "Oh, it's just her again,"
yeah,
and he goes back to sleep. I'd love to do that. And then we have one that she's like eats her food, but she's like, "Yeah, it's good, it's food." Out of the two of those, you'd think the pit bull would be munching and crunching and eating all the cicadas. Nope, it's the one that doesn't really like food. She's like, "Oh, it's a cicada. I like those. They're yummy."
Yeah, right.
So. And actually our pit bull sometimes will pick up a live one. We'll pick up a live one, put it in her mouth, and she'll be like,
well, also because they're very noisy. They let you know that they do not want to be there. What's up, Lindsay? Melissa, thanks for joining us on the show. It's Monday morning. We're back at it. And thank you very much, Mashpee TV, for having us. Yeah, Slader becomes the cicada post. You said you think it's because you're so tall and stick-like that they just, here's a giant tree.
Here's a giant tree. My 13-year-old Hunter. Hi, Hunter. I know you're sound asleep, but still hi. Maybe you'll see this later on when Steph posts it. Who knows? Anyway, hi, Hunter. Keep sleeping. You're 13. I guess you need the rest. Anyway, and you had a long school year. Learning and all that.
What do you have up for summer for
all
him?
That fun stuff. So he's gonna do the Born Braves youth clinics.
Fun.
2 weeks. He's got the Upper Cape Tech camp. Couple weeks away from that, and then I'm sure I'll get him to a driving range. We had been at Holly Ridge, but because he basically aged out of that, and so. We'll just have to get him to a driving range and have him hit some golf.
I love Holly Ridge. Also,
range.
One of our members at the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce. They do such wonderful things. Definitely check out the course because it's nice. It's short. It's fun. Hank's a big fan.
Hank's a big fan of Holly Ridge.
He'll be back on the show tomorrow. He's back from Florida. Him and Mari were immediately on the field yesterday talking about their fabulous week in Clearwater Beach. And that week of vacation flies by when you're doing nothing and just relaxing. And you're like, oh, here I am back at it. I said, welcome back to the bugs.
Welcome back to the bugs.
Welcome. Melissa says she's so glad that the cicadas are not in Harwich because her dog loves eating flying bugs.
Loves eating flying bugs.
What's up, David Issa?
Yeah. As I was saying, Hunter thinks that I'm a big tree. One or two, three, four. I don't know how many. We have a half mile circle my dogs will not be doing the full half-mile circle because it's going to be blazing hot. So
I know this is a heat wave this week.
It'll be going out, do what you need to do, come back in. But during that half mile, like 5 of them landed on my shoulder. There was one that came in my house yesterday.
All right, we're not sorry if you've not been infested. Audra, I have not seen your face in so long. How the hell are you? So happy to see you here. Thanks for joining us this morning. You gave me like one of the best baby shower gifts. My kids went to a baby shower yesterday. So Cliff and I were kind of on our own for the farmer's market. We lost our manager yesterday. We lost our extra helper. My cousin's having a baby, and I had a good chuckle because it wasn't the baby shower that they were going for. They were going for her bridal shower, and then they announced the pregnancy. But she's also 35, like first marriage, never been married before, late to all of the things, but like just we're doing it. We're doing all of the things now.
We're doing all of the things
now. And at 35, it's a geriatric pregnancy. Like you're an old lady. Like for me, it's really difficult to wrap my brain around my baby cousin who, just has been on her own timeline for things and is all of a sudden like getting married, having a baby, all of the things are happening, and to be told that you're old.
So you told them that you're old.
Right? For all of this. I mean, I feel like she was just playing Legos last week. She probably was because she's still into that stuff. But she's an amazing cake decorator. She's going to be an amazing mom, and just a lot of excitement happening in one swoop.
One big swoop.
I know, of activities.
One big swoop of cake decorating.
Yeah, well, we've got a lot of it. Mashpee is definitely a hub for wedding destinations. We've got a lot of wonderful things. And being across the street from a church, we had a wedding and a confirmation yesterday. So you see all of life's big moments happening right across the street from you.
Yeah.
So it was pretty amazing and spectacular to sit there and witness some fun stuff over the weekend. It is going to be hot this week. Please, if you've got dogs and you leave them outside a lot, bring them in. Make sure they've got water. Like these little things. Make sure your garden is properly watered. Do it in the morning so you're not burning things. Make sure you're properly hydrating. I know I don't need to tell you these things, but this is going to be what's going to be on the news all week long because people are trying to be saved for themselves.
Yes, exactly. Check on those neighbors of yours.
Check on the elderly.
Check on those neighbors of yours.
That one.
No, check on those neighbors of yours. Well, we have a wonderful neighbor. He normally walks our 2 dogs when we're working. And he's just great. He does not have a car, so we drive him to the grocery store. And if he needs to go to 7-Eleven to pick something up, then
you and Beth are awesome.
He always calls one of us up and says, hey, quick ride here, quick ride to there. Hey, I have something at the pharmacy. Can you come give me a ride?
Are you kidding me? You're reading to children and feeding and taking care of the elderly?
Yes. Yep, we are 100%. So, but he actually was down and out. He still is a little bit down and out. He broke his ribs. And
getting old sucks.
So yes, but he definitely broke his ribs, and he's a wonderful, wonderful man, but he's also really, really stubborn.
And apparently needy.
So not terribly needy.
Good.
Not terribly needy. No, not terribly needy.
I was reading a little bit this morning, and I saw that Jennifer Aniston suffers from the same issue that I have, balancing work and life. And she says, I'm a workaholic.
I'm a workaholic. Stephanie's a workaholic.
I am. So, my kids laugh at it. They're just like, okay.
I gotta go do the chamber of the Mashpee chamber. I need somebody to host trivia.
I tried to tell my husband, I was like, Cindy's coming over today to just take a look at the new kitchen area to possibly make a design for us that's functional so that I can not flip out every time I walk through my kitchen. And he's like, I got this. I was like, I'll do it.
A functional kitchen?
I got it.
You want a kitchen that functions?
Well, it's not functioning right now because of all the children in it and the fact that they're eating me out of house and home. And I had extras last night. I was just like, we brought home leftovers. We brought home everything. Everything is eaten.
Everything.
And there's 2 sinks full of dishes this morning. And I just did them before I went to bed last night. I don't know where they come from or what they ate.
Well, the dishes fall from the sky.
We're like not even a week into school vacation. And I'm just like, ready.
You're like, I'm not ready.
They can go back.
They can go back to school now. They can go
the
back to
cicadas
school.
can go back to hell, and the children can get out of my but just like 2 areas in which I have a pet peeve: walking into my house so I'm not tripping over all of the crap, and then the kitchen area. Please just keep my kitchen counter area clear. It's like the 2 things I just need.
Clear and clean.
Right?
Clear and clean. Yeah. 100%.
It's not happening.
It's not. No, it's not happening.
I'm getting none of those things. So.
You're not getting any of those things. None of those things.
What else are you working on right now? Are you just going to try and enjoy your summer?
I am going to try and enjoy my summer. I did actually see something on an Instagram post, and it was a very good reminder to those people that say the word, it must be nice that you have your summer off. And it basically was about 9 or 10 things. I do not remember them all. But basically, it was teachers are in recovery. Teachers are in recovery because they just made, I think it was approximately 300 decisions during the day. Mm-hmm. Teachers are in recovery and they're unwinding. Teachers are bringing their own children and being an Uber driver. So if you're going to tell a teacher it must be nice to have the summer off, those are just a little tiny reminder.
Or having 2 or 3 extra jobs to make up for the fact that you've either taken the disbursement of over the year or you've only done it for the time that you're working.
Correct.
Where you're like, okay, I need a paycheck now.
Yes, I need a paycheck now. So I know that there's some teachers that work at restaurants, so the chart room, and
you're living on Cape Cod. We all have 14 side hustles.
So, but yeah, as I said, I'm extremely lucky that I get to hang out with Hunter and do my book signings and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, we're yes, it's nice to have the summer off, but I'm driving Hunter places, or I'm in recovery because I made innumerable decisions.
That's it.
Or
like my brain is broken. Leave me be.
Or we dealt with children who had emotional baggage, and we had to deal with the emotional baggage that went along with them while we tried to teach.
Yeah. So I feel like you have cases, not just students in your line of work. So, I mean, it's definitely all encompassing.
Yes, 100%.
So yeah, you definitely need a break from that for sure. Caroline, so happy to see you yesterday. Caroline has answered the call to be in kind of like one of our fill-in slot positions. We have so many wonderful trivia and music bingos that we have, but also we've got staff that needs vacation and staff that needs time off. And I'm like, what do you mean you're going away?
What do you mean you're going away?
What?
I don't get to go away.
Wait, what? How many days? How many days? I'm kidding, Sue. You need your time, and people need a life. So I'm trying to figure out how to swing things around. And it's so exciting that we have a whole new schedule for summer. So we've got new places that we're going to be popping up. Robin is going to be at Cape Cod Winery every single Thursday this summer. Super exciting. Bree's going to be at not only DJs in Falmouth, but she'll also be at DJs in Hyannis. We've got Smith Family Beer, which is now Neptune's. And Sue is there on Tuesdays. We've got tons of great new locations. So if you're looking for something fun, and we may not have been in that area before, we might be in there again, so check along with us. I guess Sandy's going to be staying at Bailey's on Tuesdays. So if you're looking for music bingo and you're in that Wareham area, we're going to be in that Wareham area coming up on Thursdays. This is the first of our Canal region farmers markets starting this Thursday.
That's excellent.
Yeah. We'll be there 3 to 7, 90 Main Street in Buzzards Bay, and we'll be there for the next 10 weeks. So looking forward to that. We'll be the Canal concert series starts in 2 weeks. So we'll be there a little bit earlier, setting the tone, carving out our spot.
Carving out that spot.
Right? And working out the bugs before it gets even crazier when we add 300 people to it. So
we're working out the bugs. And she doesn't mean cicadas,
no,
by the way. She does not mean cicadas. Cicadas, stay away.
Somebody was like swatting at them yesterday. They're like, I'm just so over. This woman looked like she was just done with life. Done with life. And she was blaming it on cicadas.
She was done with life.
I know. I was like, one more week. They'll be gone by the 4th of July.
All right. All right.
A little bit more than a week.
A little bit more than a week.
I keep telling myself 1 more week.
1 more week. That's right. 1 more week.
Because we blink and the summer's over, and after 4th of July, that's it. Is your town doing 4th of July fireworks? Probably not.
Mashpee,
right? We're still doing it. We're
Mashpee
early. We're in June 28th. It's the family picnic. The rec department does a really great job. Everybody assembles over at the high school. They put on some food trucks, a little bit of entertainment for the kids. They make a whole evening of it. So we're looking forward to that. June 28th, rain day, I think, is the very next day on the 29th. So
there you go. That's
we're
this
planning
Saturday.
for it. Isn't it crazy?
That's this Saturday.
Is it?
It is. Yeah, this is this Saturday. Well, because you said that Lisa's thing was coming up, and I knew Lisa's
Sunday.
thing. Yeah, Lisa's thing is the 29th. So yeah. Hi, Lisa. Yeah. So the 28th is this coming Saturday.
Shoot.
I know, right? I know. Stephanie's like, wait,
we got time. We don't have time. We have no time.
We have no time. We have no time. We have no time.
Emily, what's going away? Well, you don't know anything about going away, miss. You're preparing for a birth. You're just going to be hunkering down. Cheryl, they have to do the things that offer sanity. Thank you very much. In that conversation of the things that bring you joy and sanity, our question today, one of our friends had an interesting encounter with a customer.
Oh, okay.
And she asked me a question. She goes, I know you always do the question of the day. She said, so can you ask people? I was trying to figure out a nice, polite way of someone that was upset about a situation beyond the control of the owner.
Okay.
And was like, I'm never coming here again. Blah, blah, blah. End scene. And she's just like, I don't have a good answer. I don't have a good comeback. I don't have something. She's like, it doesn't need to be witty. It doesn't need to be rude. It's like, how do you just say to somebody, I'm sorry you feel that way? Wish we could have fixed that for you, but didn't, without making yourself feel like you're less than.
That's a tough one.
Right?
It's a tough one, but you just kind of have to move along and go, you did the best you could. I worked in customer service before I was a teacher for, I don't know, I think it was 14 years. I worked at Olympia Sports, doesn't exist anymore. I worked at BJ's in Hyannis. I actually,
I'm sure you got yelled at a lot.
And then before I got my first teaching job, I worked and helped open the Market Basket, which has been there for I don't know, 15-ish years. It seems like. Doesn't seem like
you were there.
Yeah, I was there for. I was there for about 2 weeks. Yep.
It's like, I'm good.
No. Well,
because it's bedlam. I feel like every time I go into Market Basket, I have a panic attack.
No, I think lots of people have panic attacks. I always joke with my good friend, a WKKL alum. He lives with his parents. He basically takes care of his parents, and he shops around with them. Hi, Steve. He works at Cape Cod Hospital, and when they do Market Basket trips, I always look at his mother and I say, how was Market Basket? And she goes, ugh. And I said, did you just go to, and we have this little witty rapport.
You have to put on armor. You have to just physically put yourself in this space. Like, I'm going in here. It's going to be crazy. People are going to be rude. People are going to be doing all these things. And I don't have to worry about it. It's not me, it's them. It's not me, it's them.
It's not me, it's them.
Okay,
we always have this little witty rapport, and I say, do you just run down the aisle and just throw stuff in the cart? And she goes, pretty much.
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't go down the dog and cat food aisle because I know that I don't have animals at home. But that's our little witty.
Saves herself one aisle.
That's our little witty rapport. And every time that they come back from leaving, she's always dead tired and beat because they just did a big, huge shop, and her son helped her. So it's always a lot when you go into Market Basket. There's really no good time. There used to be a good time when I worked there. I would always go, hey, did you know we're open at 6? And people would go, I'm not waking up. And I'd go, okay. And they would end up getting there at 8 o'clock, and the mob would be there already. And I
love that. The mob.
The mob would be there. Yeah, the mob of people would be there. So
business owners out there, how do you deal with angry customers? How do you deal with someone that just angrily yells in your face, I'm never coming back here again? I don't know. You can tell. I feel like I'm sorry you're frustrated today is a nice answer, because it's almost like when they're behaving like a child and like you're not going to get anything more. And apparently you're never coming back here again. So what do I care what I have to say to you?
I'm sorry you're frustrated today.
That's
a good one.
But my friend was genuinely upset about it and the encounter. And I was just like, you can't account for other people's behavior sometimes.
No, you cannot account for other people's behaviors. And
or a reflection of the way she does business, because it's not at all. She's probably one of the most kind human beings and has way more patience than I do. So
yeah. Yes, 100%.
If you've got anything witty to drop in the chat, please do. Because I'm always like in quest of like a fun little comeback.
Fun little.
I feel a little bit better and it goes over their head. I find those things enjoyable.
I find those things enjoyable. Fun little thing. Yes.
It's the little stuff, right?
It is the little stuff indeed. Yes.
Emily, oh, thank God. That's what I say in my head. Professional. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, for whatever reason that you were looking to find. Sometimes you just got to take it on the chin, and it's difficult. And we deal with a lot of small business owners and people that are just trying to do their best that day. I think heat also brings out the anger in people sometimes when you're tired, you're crabby, you're hot now, and like your patience is thin. We're going to find a lot of that happening because the Cape is full. Everybody's here. I thought my husband was going to have an absolute meltdown yesterday because he couldn't find a parking spot. And he uttered the phrase, "We're not parking in the rear, people," and then left the place in which we were going to.
We're not parking in the rear, people. Okay.
What? And then we pulled into another place to get something done, and that was busy. Then we pulled into another place, and he goes, "I don't want to hear it when people are saying that there's no people here and no tourism. Every place is full." I said, "Well, we probably shouldn't be near the bridge on a Sunday.
Every place is full. Every place is full."
And then we proceeded to go wait in line at Polar Cave for an ice cream, in which he was grumbling about. And I was like, it's an ice cream shop on Cape Cod after dinner time. It's going to be busy.
It's going to be busy.
Period. It doesn't matter what town you're in. Yep. They're here. I said it like Poltergeist.
They're here.
Here.
There you go. Just like Poltergeist. Yeah, they're here.
Yeah. They are. So pack your patience with you wherever you go, and maybe have a couple of quippy, witty comebacks to get to when you deal with somebody who is out of their patience.
Exactly. And this is just a note. I have a lovely wife at home. Hi, honey. And she always.
I know somebody married him.
She always goes, "I don't know why I did my hair," when she walks out into this humidity.
Oh yeah.
And also, she can do hot. She cannot do humid. Like, she's basically, she'll come in the house and she'll go, "I wish that they would just choose one. If it's going to be hot, but no humidity. If it's going to be humid, don't be hot. Don't be both. I can't do both." And she'll go in the house. She'll get herself all done up nice because we're going out to dinner. And then we walk outside and she goes, "I don't know why I did my hair."
She has curly hair, right?
She does.
What happens. It just gets like bigger.
She's like, "I don't know why I did my hair."
I laugh. Nina and I are like, "Oh no, it's getting big. It's getting big.
It's getting
it just
big.
kind of grows.
It's getting
hot
big.
and humid. It's what happens." I just saw something where a cold shower on a hot day might be a bad idea.
And that was very surprising to me. I actually, before you even clicked on it, I was like, a cold shower on a hot day is bad?
Right? When the weather warms up and many of us use a nice cold shower to help us cool down, but this might feel like relief. It might actually not be helping your body cool off at all. Our body's optimal temperature is around 98.6. This temperature ensures our body can function properly, all of these things, right? But when you shock the system like a cold plunge, our core still stays at a high temperature for too long.
Oh,
so it's not going to give you the relief that you want. In fact, your body's going to warm up to get rid of that cold blast. So you're actually going to be hotter, is what it's saying.
Okay. Yes, I know. We have our appointment, honey.
Oh, I know. I'll get you out the door. I promise.
I know.
But what helped me yesterday after a very hot, buggy day at the market was a tepid pool. It's like regular room temperature water, and I was immediately cooler. So if that's what you're looking for relief, during this hot week, hit it up. Whether your dogs, it's just you. Room temperature. Hopefully it's an AC room. All right. One more time. How do people find you, your book, before I can send you off on your way so you can go and take care of your animals?
Oh, so thank you. You can find my book. You can find it at 8 Cousins in Falmouth. You can find it at Titcomb's Bookshop in Sandwich on 6A. The 8 Cousins, 8 Cousins. It doesn't matter how many copies they have. That's where you can find it. I learned that the last time. You can also find it on my website. It's Slader Merriman, all one word.com. And you can find it on the website that Jeff Bezos runs. I really don't like saying that because I prefer
it's available on drop ships.
I prefer that you go support the locals like Titcomb's Bookshop, 8 Cousins. And it is on the Vineyard. I do not remember which bookstore on the Vineyard. I think the last time I was here, I said it was on a particular one, and it's not there. It's at a different one.
Well, I'll drop it in the chat when I find it because everybody's there for Jaws right now. The 50th anniversary of Jaws was over the weekend.
But yeah, I believe it's, as I said, I don't remember which one. I want to say it's Edgartown Books, but I will definitely find out which one it's at. But it's over there as well. And everyone, as you said, is there for the 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Exactly. So go buy the book. All right. Well, we will check in with you before you do your next reading and make sure you let us know. Okay. We'll put it on the calendar.
100%.
Everybody else, Hank will be back with me tomorrow. We'll have a full show and activities right here for Mashpee TV. Thank you so much. Have a great week and we'll talk soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Sorry, Beth. She's like, Maggie, that dog. We got to go. Bye, everybody.